Leaders have experience in amongst their young talent. Martin Hicks, who joined this season after 13 years at Reading, goalkeeper Martin Thomas, midfielder Nigel Gleghorn and striker Louis Donowa have all played in the First Division. Gleghorn, the leading scorer with 9 goals, scored twice to knock out First Division Luton in the previous round, the winner coming in the 90th minute. Crystal Palace, currently 7th in Division 1, are a very difficult side to beat. In fact, they've lost only 4 times in 16 games this season, and they scored 7 in the previous round against another third division team, Hartlepool. Their new signing from Aston Villa, Paul Mortimer, can't play tonight because he's cup-tied. His place goes to Simon Roger. The referee is Mr. Steve Lodge from Barnsley. So it's Crystal Palace in their change strip, the Brazilian-style yellow and blue, who get the game underway and an immediate goal kick. Both these teams won Wembley Cup finals last season. Birmingham, the Leyland DAF, Palace, the ZDS.
I think the way Andy Gray started that match, he'd been watching too much rugby. He was kicking for the dead ball line.
Martin Thomas then slipping on the wet turf as he takes the first goal kick, met by Eric Young. Clarkson, the Birmingham captain, playing it forward, but offside has been signalled. Lee Sinnott, well known in this area. The former Bradford City left back. The long ball knocked down by Bright to Gabbiadini, and it's a good turn, and that could have been a very nasty moment straight away for the third division leaders. Marco Gabbiadini shaking his head as the ball was deflected behind for a corner. Lovely little header down by Mark Bright to find Gabbiadini, and his shot deflected behind for the corner. Oh, a mistake has given Palace possession. Gabbiadini turning it in. Great goalkeeping. And Thomas came to Birmingham's rescue then. There was a total misunderstanding at the back by Birmingham City.
Yeah, super stuff by Gabbiadini, who's got in the game very quick, but a great save there by Martin Thomas. He really kept Blues from going one down there. That was super anticipation by the keeper and very well constructed by him.
Thorne getting up well. Gabbiadini turns it straight to Mathewson. And that's a good ball for Donowa to chase. He took it first time on the head. It's got Sturridge in the middle. Oh, and the ball just carried too far away to cause real problems. Brain coming through from a deep midfield position, and it skidded off his head and went too far wide.
Well, this is the second very telling cross that Blues have got in, and it really is a super cross. And quite honestly, maybe more should have been made of that.
Mathewson playing an excellent ball forward. It's Donowa against the goalkeeper, and he's got round the goalkeeper's challenge. Still Donowa. Oh, what a shame he couldn't be more accurate in the end. Well, I'm quite sure, as Donowa broke through then, Nigel Martin, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper, must have been thinking about earlier in the season when he was sent off in a similar situation. I'm sure that's why he didn't go right through with the tackle.
I'm never quite sure in these situations why the goalkeeper comes tearing out like that anyway, because at that moment there's no immediate danger by the attacking forward. Donowa does well, but unfortunately he has to transfer it onto his other peg before crossing it, and he doesn't do very well at that when he gets to cross in.
Gleghorn again, taking it well on the ground this time. Back to Hicks. Swung in high towards Pierre. And a neat little back header. And the shot by Okenlaw wasn't that far over the bar. Scored a goal in his first Birmingham appearance as a substitute against Bury on the opening day of the season.
Well, again, the Blues putting Palace under a lot of pressure. And they keep working away, they keep working at it and knocking the ball about. And A little bit wider than we first thought, I think.
And forward to Thomas. The Palace captain doing well here. That was close. And on a night like this, with such a greasy surface, shots from that distance certainly on.
Oh, absolutely. This was the right thing to do. Jeff Thomas on the ball. Hits it hard and low, and the ball is skidding all the way.
Roger for Crystal Palace. Easy for Marden to get that one away, though. Sinnott's header. Marden is there again. And the referee has given the free kick to Crystal Palace. Foul on Simon Roger.
Yeah, it's just a little bit exuberant by Marden there. Nothing too dangerous. Referee had a word, but just a calming one, I feel.
Clarkson gets it clear. Sturridge with the layoff. Clarkson, a good ball to Donowa. O'Kenlaw moving down the right. And the space suddenly opens up for him to come infield, and he finds Peer. Good clearance, right off his toes it was too. And he gets forward dangerously.
Yes, well, again, they're getting through Palace. It's looking great for Blues. What a good ball that was, and what a timely tackle that was by, was it Gareth Southgate, was it? But whoever it was certainly a very important man for Palace at that moment.
Roger knocking it forward. A bit too deep, surely. McGoldrick did well to keep it in, but couldn't keep possession. Mathewson forward. Useful ball too for Sturridge. And then turned on by Hicks. That could be dangerous with Donowa chasing here. And the goalkeeper's outside the penalty area. The referee is going to caution him, and really, I don't think that was deliberate on Martin's part. I think his momentum carried him out of the area. What could he do about it?
Oh, this is a diabolical thing. This is a ridiculous situation. We don't know what's happening at the moment, but I can say whatever's happening, it's a total farce. That's a ridiculous decision.
He couldn't have known where he was.
Of course not, Alan. Our goalkeeper, and I'm not sure actually whether when he didn't catch the ball, he was in his box. He was just unfortunate to jump out of it. You can't expect a goalkeeper to not do things natural reaction-wise, and that's what it was. That is a stupid decision.
Anyway, he's been cautioned for it. And worse still, possibly, Birmingham got a free kick in a really good position. But they didn't, I'm afraid, make the most of it. The shot curled wide by John Frayne.
Yeah, they might have done better with this free kick. It was well headed away in the end.
Gabbiadini couldn't control it. Sturridge forward. Good work by Andy Gray. He's a prodigious worker in the middle of the field. Not a very accurate passer of the ball on that occasion.
No, but you're right, Al. They've been the much better side. Blues, they'll be disappointed at the moment that they are not leading.
Southgate. Mathewson's clearance. Donowa chasing with Thorne. And he's got round the Palace defender. Brilliant play. He's got O'Kenlaw arriving in the box. And somehow Palace scramble it clear. That really should have seen Birmingham go in front.
Well, he's never going to have a better chance than this, O'Kenlaw. Why he doesn't just play it, I don't know. I mean, to try and control the ball in that situation, he's got to play it first time.
Hicks causing problems from the corner, but Palace have survived it. Clarkson. O'Kenlaw again. Thorne right behind him. Oh, he's done well here. Oh, it's good play, but he just had one trick too many in the end. Now Frayne turning it in. Sturridge chasing, but he won't get there.
Yeah, earlier on, that was great play by Doana, and O'Kinler, I know that it was his wrong peg, but you're 6 yards out, less than 6 yards out, the ball's come across beautifully for you, you've got to have a dig at it. You can't help to control it and walk it in the back of the net from that range. Well, some of us did, but he got to have a pop.
It was a great opportunity for Birmingham, no doubt about that.
Absolutely, our boy.
I think, really, when he looks back at that, he'll be horrified, the young Nigerian. Let's hope he can make amends from Birmingham's point of view. The header by Peer going wide.
Well, again, another cross coming in. All the time Blues have been doing this. They've had the measure of Palace. One can only say another, well, it was a half chance. Well headed.
And that's the end of the first half. A good first half for Birmingham City, but really not for Foley Okenla, who had easily the best opportunity of the half. Brilliant play by Louis Donowa. Set things up for him. If only from Birmingham City's point of view he'd had a bit more composure here, who knows what a different story it might have been. But Birmingham have played well in this first half against their first division opponents. The half-time score, Birmingham City 0, Crystal Palace 0. So Birmingham City get the second half underway. They've lost only once in 17 matches in League and Cup this season. And I think their first half performance will convince them they've really got nothing to fear here tonight against First Division Palace. But they've conceded an early free kick, the foul on Mark Bright. Andy Gray lining up the kick, and they've sent Eric Young, the 6'2" centre-half forward for it. Left edge of the Birmingham penalty area. It goes in short, in actual fact, to McGoldrick. And Bright's header skidding through to the youngster Roger, who hit it straight back across the Birmingham goal. And that was a horrible early moment in the first seconds of the half for Birmingham City. It's not over yet, the danger. This is Thomas, the captain. Well, they got that all wrong, much to Birmingham's relief. And it looks as though there's going to be a very early substitution here. John Humphrey, the former Wolves player, is going to come on. And it's difficult to know why, if there was a problem with an injured player, they didn't make the substitution during the half-time interval. In fact, it's Andy Thorne who's coming off. Maybe he had to just give himself a minute or two to try the injury, and it's broken down again.
Well, you know what genuine players are like. They don't really want to come off. Andy Thorne's a genuine player. I'm sure he wanted to go out there and give it a try. He's given it 1 minute, realised it's not good enough, and has done the sensible thing.
Eric Young gets it clear from Donowa. Bright turning it in behind young Roger, who's still got a foot in there to beat Clarkson. And Clarkson went in on him a little bit late, the Birmingham captain, their youngest captain for 25 years, this 20-year-old.
Actually, if he'd have gone another yard, Clarkson, he'd have caught Stevie Coppell as well, because he's on the touchline.
He's certainly very vocal at the moment, the Crystal Palace manager. We can hear him from here. Told McGoldrick exactly where to place that kick, onto Bright's chest, and a good shot by him as well. Well taken. Mark Bright, who scored in 8 of his last 9 games with his first shot of this match. Donowa at the other end for Birmingham. Leghorn beaten to it. Well, we haven't had a goal yet, Jimmy, but there's no lack of incident in this game.
No, there's been tremendous stuff around the area. Here Mark Bright gets, as you say, his first shot in out, and not a bad effort at that.
Played back in by Clarkson to Okenla. Now Gleghorn. That's a good-looking ball for Donowa. Unlucky that. He would need it He would have needed to be at full stretch to make contact then. He was, but still couldn't quite get there.
Another great ball played in. It's still, I'm not too sure that this is the only department tonight, really, where Birmingham City have looked the third division side that is in their finishing. Donovan obviously couldn't quite get to that, but had he got to it, I don't think he'd made up his mind exactly what he was going to do anyway.
Why, Derek? Why, Derek?
Palace's free kick then. Eddie McGoldrick will take it. Thomas up well, the captain, cleared by Hicks. Birmingham could break quickly here. Donovan really going at the heart of their defence and tried the shot, which was a bit optimistic, but not a bad effort for all that.
Aye, good stuff. Caught Palace on the break well there. Donovan a long way out, but you never know. It could have been one of those shots that actually really caught the surface and skidded. In actual fact, it was a deflection, just that little bit too far out.
Donovan shakes his head. Meantime, Birmingham have conceded a free kick. A foul by Hicks. And they've got to keep the concentration here, Birmingham. Thomas, the Crystal Palace captain, stepping back, and Andy Gray lining up the ball. Either of them are capable of getting this on target.
One of them's winding themselves up, aren't they?
It's Gray who hits it. Tremendous effort, and Bright has scored from the rebound, but the linesman is flagging. The goal will not stand. It's been disallowed.
Well, I can honestly say I'm not too sure about that as the play goes on. The play has started on the far side, and I'm not too sure about that. I think it was a perfectly legitimate goal, but Palace are under pressure now from Birmingham City.
Well, Sturridge has gone forward. Palace still disgusted they didn't take the lead in that incident, as Young gets it half clear. Peer knocking it back in. Not a good clearance by Sinnott, and then Sturridge with a downward header. I can only assume that offside was the decision against Mark Bright.
Oh, there's no question about that was the decision that was given, but yeah, I suppose you could argue that he was offside.
And are going to make a substitution. Okanlar, who was about to take the throw, now goes off to be replaced by Paul Jones, the 17-year-old Whitey S-boy, who's only had 20 minutes as a substitute against Peterborough in terms of previous first-team experience.
He's only going to get another 20 as well, isn't he?
Leghorn nodding it on, cleared by Humphrey, who's absolutely taken a no-nonsense approach since coming on as a substitute. He's hooked the ball into touch about 5 times. I think the name of the game for Palace at the moment is simply to survive this tie. Birmingham certainly gave them a lot of problems in the first half, and they're treating them with a great deal of respect in the second.
I think you're right, Al. I think if any side is going to look at it with 15 minutes to go and say, let's play it and keep it like it is, it'll be Palace more than City.
Well, they've got an opening perhaps now with Roger turning it forward for Sinnott, who gets into good space here. Side netting. Some of the Palace fans thought that had gone in. Lee Sinnott yet to score, in fact, for Palace since he signed at the start of the season from Bradford City. That's possibly the best chance he's had so far.
Yeah, it's a good chance for Lee Sinnott, really. Probably could have put it on target. I'm not sure whether Martin Thomas didn't get his little fingertip to it anyway.
Humphrey under pressure. Pear's header, then turned on by Mathewson. Sturridge. Jones. Marden turning it back to the young substitute, who helps it on to Clarkson. First time cross, Donovan missed it, it's gone in! Birmingham City have taken the lead in the last few minutes. And what a well-deserved goal it was.
Oh, there's no denying this. What a good cross in that. And I believe it was, what, young Sturridge, was it? Great goal. Thoroughly deserved by Blues. No question about it. You can't argue. Crystal Palace cannot argue. Birmingham City have deserved this goal on the night. Well, providing the Blues don't lose their nuts here, they can knock it about. And I think they can win this game now, as long as they keep their cool.
Lovely little layoff by Donovan. Eric Young didn't know which way to go and has given away a corner. That shows how much they're panicking, Palace. 5 minutes to go. They're a goal down, and Birmingham cock a hoop here. Towards Mathewson, it was a good header. Sturridge again! Oh, and it came amazingly straight back to the goalkeeper off Gleghorn. Sturridge could have had another goal. And Birmingham in the driving seat here. Jones. Sturridge is in the middle again. So too is Donovan. And the cross knocked behind by Sinnott for a corner.
This is unbelievable, this. You have to say this is going to be another goal. But there you go. The ball just bounced right for Crystal Palace.
Birmingham have the corner. They're exerting tremendous pressure now on Nigel Martyn's goal. And they have a 1-0 lead. Palace get it clear though. McGoldrick. Not much point in him continuing his sweeper now. He's got to get forward, and Pear takes the ball off him, but fouled him in the process. Gray is equalised from absolutely nothing. Crystal Palace have got a face-saving equaliser, Andy Gray.
Well, that's absolutely amazing football. It's a get-out-of-jail job here. A long, speculative ball played forward. A good knockdown by Bright. A miscontrol, really, by Gabbiadini. And Andy Gray, out of nowhere, hits the back of the net. I don't know. They're out of jail.
We are now into time being added. The final whistle, the end of a very entertaining cup tie. Birmingham City were just a couple of minutes away from a famous victory over their first division opponents when Simon Sturridge gave them that late lead. But Andy Gray's equaliser saved the day for first division Crystal Palace, and they will live to fight in the replay.